Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to It's Look Who It Is. I've tried to record this video a couple times, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I had a pretty interesting run going. It was like a 4 or 5 damage kick Miku build, but I just wasn't feeling it, you know? Not the World of Horror run. I've just been really eepy and a little sleepy IRL recently, and so I just couldn't, like... The banter engine was fucking in disrepair. Knight Errant! Oh god. But I just got done rating Mr. Bezos EX on the critically acclaimed whatever, so we are so back. Because I have a little bit more energy. You know, yelling, screaming and yelling at your static members is always a good energy refresher. For legal reasons, that's a joke. I'm very tired, and I'm actually putting forth all of my energy here to do this intro, and as the video continues, we will slowly and more progressively get sleepier and sleepier and lower energy as the banter engine runs out of fuel. Depressing, I know, so let's get on with it. Now, I do need to be kind of quick here, because this episode is late. Like, I'm not worried, because the streak's already been broken, right? So it doesn't really matter if this gets uploaded, like, on the day in CST for, like, you know, purposes or whatever, but, like, I just do want the episode to be out, like, reasonably quickly. So, we've got charisma, we've got dexterity, we've got knowledge. It's not about the streak anymore, it's about the... We'll worry about the streak when 1.0 launches, which, by the way, I saw the thumbnail for the, you know, the charisma, the dexterity, the seconds, and your knowledge with a light source, maybe. So, you know, I'm feeling that's a pretty good lineup for what we're gonna do. But back on topic, I've seen the line art for the World of Horror thumbnail, which is real, by the way. We're gonna use that on 1.0. I could make a bad joke about how 1.0 is like 8 years away and be very mean and rude, but instead, I'm going to say that, you know, it's got a release date for summer 2023. Well, listen. I don't have anything in my real life that is affected by it being, like, the societal, this is when summer begins moment, you know? So I don't actually know when, like... Because here's the thing, there's a difference between the summer season and, like, the summer as a holiday. I don't have anything in my life that's affected by summer being a holiday, so I don't actually know when the holiday version of summer starts. But, you know, we're in summer, TM, asterisk, and so it'll be out eventually. I don't know if it's gonna be this month or next month or whatever, but it'll allegedly be some point in the future that the game comes out. So we're gonna save the thumbnail for 1.0, and then when 1.0 drops, you'll be able to know that it's 1.0 because I'm using a wacky thumbnail. Now, unfortunately, and by unfortunately I mean we'll get there eventually, I wanted to have the thumbnail have it to where it's like Morn, the mascot character for the channel, she changes outfits based on what character I'm playing. That's a little ambitious right now because moving expenses be like, you know. So eventually we'll start adding more outfits to the repertoire, but I ended up picking for those of you who were on the Discord server at the time where I was asking for input on which outfit to choose, I ended up going with the Moriko one because I think Moriko's outfit just looks really good. So... And also, it looks fantastic. So, you know, we're not doing a Moriko arc. Like, under no fucking circumstance are we doing a Moriko arc, because it will probably be, like, 150 episodes of just straight Moriko. Which, like, I don't think we can handle that much Moriko gaming in a row. But, yeah. Son of a bitch, I left sound effects on. Play sounds when window is not active. Off. Who dares? Who dares? There's nobody in sight, chat. I don't see anybody hanging around out here. They're hitting me with the fucking... What was that, a size? Dabbing on me with the goddamn a size. 1 second of a size. Anyways, fuck it, we ball. It's okay. Also, I said I wanted to go rather quickly. 5 minutes in, we haven't clicked on the first mystery yet. Stunning stuff. Ooh! You seeing what I'm seeing? Pretty happy about that. I think we could sell the inspiring novel if we wanted to for that one right there. But, actually, do you want to do that? We can. Game can't stop me. I don't see why not. Hallucinations? Fun, fun. So we're gonna instantly fucking die. Awesome. I love it. Well, we need both of them. Realistically speaking. How the hell are we gonna get 2 more funds? Well, you see, it's actually really simple. No, I can't do this. I can't get away with this. I can't get away with this. Is this what you want me to do? Is this what we're doing right here? I always forget about the handcuffs, which is weird because they're actually a really impactful item that do quite a lot, and they can turn around quite a lot of fights. I just always forget about them. But, yeah, anyways. Yeah, the thumbnail looks great. We're not doing a Moriko arc. Because that would be, like, literally, like, 150 plus episodes. Maybe even, like, 200 plus episodes. It would be a while. Although, maybe, now that I think about it, maybe we should do a Moriko arc. I don't know. Probably not. Probably not a Moriko arc. But, we should ignore it, just because we need to take stamina damage as a treat. I don't want to go in here without a goddamn light source, so what do you want me to do? What we're gonna have to do is a little bit weird. We're gonna have to go get cursed here, dodge the other hallucinations that would instantly kill us. Mission succeeded. We're gonna do a little thing here known as power leveling Miku at the expense of the quality of the world's life. Did I just add that to the storage? Oh no, I sold that. Okay. So there we go. We're good. Hardware store. Now we perish, we die. Oh, that's different. Oh no. Oh no. Well, the good thing is one of the worst weapons I've ever seen in my life. So the good thing is, despite it all, we cannot go to the monument right now because if it's funds, we lose the game, basically, because we lose access to the monument. The handcuffs sell for nothing. We can't get rid of these 2 things. We need to keep them for now. So here's the deal. I never looked at the... That's funny. We're never gonna take that, but that's still kind of funny. Please don't, like, fucking kill me, like, immediately. Threat of fate, what the hell? Please let me get past this mystery, man. I beg of you. Okay, so we have the worst weapon in existence. We actually have the worst weapon in existence. But what you don't know is that just because she has worms coming out of her eye socket does not mean that she's not human. We're not going to dehumanize somebody, okay? That would be incredibly rude. So all we have to do is this. And I just gotta go quick. Gotta go quick. Gotta go quick. Now, was that worth it? Is Infested Girl an enemy that you ever want to use the handcuffs on? No. No. Not really. It's like, oh, cool. We can just use, So, the one positive aspect about this is that we're about to get 40% Doom, so we won't die if we get another hallucinations. We have Knight Errant. So we just lose, I think. I think that's what the game is telling me. We lose these, but that's okay. Doomed Artist is killing the boss. There's no way in hell we're gonna do that. I think we just take the stamina, right? We can't really afford to take the Doom. And we just hope that we take, like, a max of, like, 6 stamina this mystery and we don't take any more. Aw, shit. I mean, you know. Sometimes you gotta die for what you believe in. Nice. Very based. Very nice, very based. Oh, you won't fit more teeth in your mouth? What the hell? You're telling me that I'm not Shark Gaming? I thought I was playing Depth here. What the hell? Okay. We run it back. Random item. Oh, hey, it's the same fucking... no! Oh, come on, man. That's not even funny. Okay. Seconds, knowledge. Oh, hey, it's the same thing. Okay. 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 Alright. We run it back, quite literally. I don't know what, how this game calculates RNG. Maybe it's like every frame it has a different outcome of your quick play. And so, depending on what your frame rate is, and depending on when you click is what run you get. I don't know. That sounds incredibly stupid. Hey, I wonder if, holy glyphs. Huh. Oh, the notes, they're gone. Very fun. I'm an average enjoyer of that. I'm looking for Moriko. But yeah, we're gonna use the thumbnail when 1.0 drops, and it looks great. I'm very excited about it. It looks absolutely fantastic. It's it is an absolute banger. I don't know what anybody could imagine for a World of Horror thumbnail, but I think it's really good. I think it's cooking. I do think it's cooking. Is there gonna be an episode number or anything like that, like there used to be? I don't know. Maybe in the bottom left corner. I'll think about it. I'll have to see how the final thing looks. Because I've just seen the line art and, like, the beginnings of it being colored in. So, I don't know how, like, aesthetically I'll like it. But, although one thing that I am worried about is that it's not gonna change, like... Because one of the things that's kind of nice about just doing the auto-generated thumbnails, you see the new color palette every time. This one, like, you're obviously gonna keep getting a new color palette in every video. But, I saw Moriko, right? Yes, I did. Okay. I just saw her again, just to make sure, just in case me. Just in case me. But, found footage ramen festival eels. Eels? I forgot to take the money. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, Yogath egg. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Witch's Tree, we're gonna get cursed. We're gonna sell the aspiring novel, because I'm just built different. And then we're gonna buy, apparently this, because it's 3 funds. And then, I guess we're gonna take advantage of the fact that we can run away when we get into a fight. Sounds good to me, brother. Sounds good to me, sister. But, let's see what we got here. I mean, I guess we just keep going, right? Like, as much as I hate it. As much as I hate it here, I think we just keep going. We do the classic fuck it, we ball. Oh, absolutely. They are preparing for something. Wait, why do we have 1 fund? Ah, crap. I need to get a flashlight somehow. Yeah, listen, you're gonna hate me here. We need to roll Jar of Blood. We need to roll Jar of Blood, and then we need to, like, get cursed again or something. That's the only thing that I can think of. You do 1 sanity damage, and we're doing... I guess we can say, fuck it, we ball, right? I'm not a big fan of this, but theoretically, this works out pretty well. Now, we do want to try to dodge this one time, because it's funny. And it will potentially save us some sanity. Now, I don't know how you dodge someone talking in a room. Like, they're just talking to you. They're just having a good time. You're just chatting about, like, your life and stuff. I don't really know how you dodge that. You know, you might say, parry this, you filthy casual, and you pull out a fucking police revolver. But, well, the thing is, we all know that the police revolver is actually a pretty bad weapon. So even if you get the riposte with it, it's not gonna be that helpful. But, I guess we can do, since I'm trying to desperately think of what we can do, while I hopefully run through this as quickly as possible while I can maintain a train of thought. The fuck are we gonna do here now? Okay, we gotta prepare. Like, you hate to see it. You do indeed hate to see it. Especially because we can't sell the, whatchamacallit, the handcuffs for anything. I thought that said 7 funds, and I was about to do, like, I had to do multiple double takes for that. You gotta, we're spending too much Doom. We're spending too much Doom in hell right now. Now, with masochistic, how do you want to do this? And the answer is, fuck it, we ball. I cannot believe I'm actually, like, entertaining this as something that we're gonna do. But I am. We're gonna take 3 damage to maybe kill her. And of course, we can just miss a little 90% chance, you know? Fuck it. If we're gonna miss a 90% chance, she can miss a 60% chance. Hopefully. No, she cannot. She doesn't miss, which is my mistake. I wasn't familiar with her game. But I guess I can talk about Mr. Bezos, the new EX fight, and why I'm not a fan of it. Well, so here's the thing. The normal fight feels pretty good, I'll admit. I'm pretty okay with the normal fight. I think it does its job well enough. But it does kind of have that, like, syndrome. I don't know if I was talking about this on recording or not, but, like, or if I don't know if I was talking about this with friends or on recording, but, like, some of the normal fights in FF14 feel like half of the fight is missing, and then, like, that's it, right? Like, half of the fight is missing, and if you want to do the real fight, you have to do it on extreme. The problem with this is that, it feels like the normal fight is missing, like, half of its mechanics, because I've done it a few times. When I first did it, I was pretty positive about it, I think. But now that I've done it, like, a lot more, for, like, both re-clears on alts and stuff, and doing it, like, just as, like, in general, for, like, friends and trial roulettes and stuff like that, it's kinda, like, it feels like 70% of the fight is missing, like the normal version. Like, the mechanics repeat like a lot. They repeat a lot. And the only really cool thing is that when he empowers himself with he morbs, right? When he goes morb mode, his attacks are slightly different. So you have to pay attention to whether or not his sword is empowered. Because if his sword is empowered, then it will do something different. But it feels like most of the fight's missing, and play extreme if you want the rest of the fight. The problem is that when you play extreme, it feels like half the fight is also missing. Because after you get to, like, 50% health, he just repeats his mechanics again. And then after he repeats the mechanics again, he repeats the mechanics again. Like, depending on how much DPS you have, he just repeats the mechanics, like, he does the same mechanics 2 to 3 times per fight, depending on how good of how good DPS you've got. Oh, this is a perception weapon now, isn't it? I don't know. We have a knowledge thing, so we should take knowledge. And then we just hope that we don't die, right? I think you gotta have that, like, we're kind of fishing for... I actually think we do Fear Festival. Like, if you want to live, right, you do Fear Festival, but we want the weapon. We want the weapon because we don't have a weapon. We also have Holy Glyphs, which potentially goes hard. But we just gotta run away if we get into a fight. I should not have been fighting with just the kick. But you have to admit, it's very unlucky to miss, like, 3 90% chances in a row, you know? That is pretty unlucky. Now, we just have to hope that we get through this. If we can take Doom, we're aiming to take Doom. Take Stamina. Oh, no, we should have done Reason, because we actually have Doomed already. We'll take Reason next time if we can. Or we can just skip the event if we get really lucky like that. But, yeah, so first of all, he just starts with the... Like, how do I put it? Yeah, it's a perception weapon now. That's kind of nuts. Well, if we get out of this mystery alive, I'm pretty sure we win the game. But that's a big if. Like, that's pretty scary. Like, that's very scary. We're gonna get the hell out of here. Also, who was our second enemy? Because we, like, kicked 2 people to death, didn't we? Or no, it was Vengeful Athlete, the, we have Knights Errant again. That's messed up. I mean, we can't fight the boss. We gotta take the plus 6% Doom. Now, I do wish we remembered who our second enemy was. I mean, honestly, it might have been Rumu Ghost. If I just see, because I'm pretty sure the first person that we ran into was, the Infested Girl, but that was in the last run, you know? So I'm pretty sure Rumu Ghost might actually be our second, and we just had the shit kicked out of us by that one enemy. But I don't actually know. When you do 2 runs back-to-back with the same color palette on the same character, with the same backstory, with this essentially the same mysteries, and you're in the early part, like, I've failed them? True. We have absolutely failed them. Also, for the record, I've cleared the Bezos fight multiple times at this point. I'm saying Bezos because that's the funny name for him, and hopefully it won't spoil it if you don't know who that is yet. But, like, yeah, he just repeats the mechanics. Like, after you do, Gale 2, like, he just literally repeats his mechanics from the beginning of the fight. He does Terra Storm, then he does, like, Bitter Cold, then he'll do the Tank Buster, then he'll do Stardust. Well, no, he'll do Gale 2 and then Stardust, right? No, I don't remember. The fight's boring as hell. But he'll do, like, Gale 2, and then he'll do Stardust or whatever. And then he'll do the, hey, do you remember what I did earlier? And then it'll either be in and then spread or out and stack. And it's just a boring fight. Like, I knew, like, I hate this feeling, and this feeling has not been wrong for me so far, unfortunately. But there have just been, like, fights in Savage and now Extreme, where, like, when I was progging them, I'm like, listen, I'm bad and I'm making mistakes, but these are, like, the most boring fights of all time. I cannot will myself to do them. Like, for instance, I just absolutely hate the, whatchamacallit, like, the P5S. When we were doing P5S, I was like, okay, I haven't cleared it yet, and I'm still dying to mechanics, but I, like, actively hate everything that's going on, and I think this is, like, one of the worst fights in the game, right? Like, I was looking at that, and I'm like, yeah, P5S is boring, and it's detritus, and I hate actively progging it because it's just so boring. And yeah, I was getting killed, and I was bad. But the thing is, my opinion didn't change. When I beat P5S, and I had the context and understanding of how all the mechanics and how the fight works, to the point where I could clear it in my sleep, it was still bad. Like, it was still... We were so back, right? Like, it was... my opinion did not change about the fight at all. It was still terrible. Sure, why not? Completing a mystery regains 1 stamina. That is not who I thought you were. We're gonna use Holy Glyphs if we can, because that is minus 3% Doom, so that could kind of potentially go hard. But yeah, like, with P5S, it was like, yeah, this is boring as hell, and I hate every second of it. And then with P6, I was like, yeah, P6 is good. I enjoyed P6. And then with P7S, like, I was like, okay, this fight's kind of fun at the beginning, and then I learned what it was, and I was like, okay, this is boring as hell. And then I had some fun with... I had fun with P8S until I got to the point where I could do it brain dead. Right? Like, when I figured out how to do P8S brain dead as possible, it became very boring. But actually learning the fight was really fun. I'm a P8S enjoyer. I don't think it holds up as well as something like P4S. Like, I actually think Asphodelos holds up way better. I think Asphodelos is a way better tier. But when I first started, like, progging against Mr. Bezos EX, I was just like, yeah, this fight sucks. Like, the moment I watched the Hector guide, and I was like, wait, that's it? That was just 2 guys kissing. And it's like, that's it? That's all it is? It's just Gale 2? It's just Gale 2, and that's it? It's like, it is not... And of course, it's exacerbated. It's made a lot worse by the fact that Party Finder, the people who could clear it as easily, and again, this is not me trying to, you can look at my funny numbers, okay? They're mediocre at best, but like, the people, I can easily do Bezos EX because it's easy. The other random people in like the game who can easily do Bezos EX are all progging Pandemonium at Anabasios right now, right? So they're all doing Anabasios. So the only thing that I can rely on is like people not being garbage in Party Finder and my static. And admittedly, my static is really good, and we had a lot of them on tonight, and that's why we cleared it. But like, I had never gotten past Gale 2, but I was doing the mechanics perfectly fine. Like, I got hit by the first time I saw Last Stardust 2, and I did die during, like, my second Gale 2, or, like, Gale 3 or whatever, but, like, after that, I only died because I wasn't paying attention anymore because the fight was boring as hell, which is true, it was a bad fight. It was a bad fight, and it's like, part of fight design is it will be as boring as fucking hell. That's insane. Like, if a fight is boring, it's going to be harder to prog. Please just, like, give me this one. I don't need 5 or 6% Doom stacked on top of what I already got. If I could just hear a gunshot in the video game, not in real life, you son of a bitch, that would be pretty good. Run from the beast like a horrible coward. You smile. So here's the thing, we have some tech, but I have no idea how good it's gonna be, so I guess we'll see. So first things first, do we have any items that we can throw in our inventory, or any mysteries that will give us items? Like, even if they're not, like, real items, still, that would be very helpful. Ramen footage. I cannot believe I'm about to do this, but we absolutely are. We are so back. We are going to get the forest tapes, and then we are going to use those to decrease our doom by -4 instead of -3. Sure. I'm not gonna say no. Nope, we're not doing that. Okay, it's monument time. We're just gonna get lucky. We're just gonna get lucky, and then just do it big. Get lucky, do it big. That's all we gotta do, is we just gotta get lucky, we gotta do it big. You don't decline me, fool, and then get it right on the first try. You've never seen anything like that before. Oh, we can get lost in our own thoughts, that's okay. Lucky number... I like number 3. I'm a big number 3 enjoyer. Nice, very based, very cool. Now number 5, numpad 5. As a little treat. Oh, even... Ooh, plus 10 EXP. Alright, I'm just randomly clicking now. I'm not going with a rhyme or a reason. We're just gonna say, fuck it, we ball, hit the trail. Oh, cool, broken jaw, nice. Very based. We're just fishing for branded procs, you know? I'm trying to give the game a chance. But, yeah, what was I gonna say? It's a bad fight. It's a bad fight. He just does the same mechanics over and over again. Like, I do the same bits over and over again. But it's not endearing, because this is, like, a fight that we've been waiting for a while, instead of just, like, a daily video, you know? Like, if a daily video has a bit that we've done... Look at this. Look at this. That's funny. I didn't really internalize what Broken Jaw did until now. We can probably figure it out, right? I mean, it's worth it, definitely, to get checked out. We do have a mystery in town, right? Yeah, okay. So, we're gonna go... We need to actually tech this out. Now, we can lose if we just get, like, a random -4 or whatever, but, Plus 1% Doom, oh no. And -1, oh no. Wait, how do we... Oh, no. No! Okay, no, we can sell the flashlight, that's fine. Because it'll just be, it's 2% versus... You know, actually, hold on. We should sell... Don't sell the flashlight, sell the painkillers. We get broken draw treated. We exit. We grab the forest tapes, being very careful not to misclick, because a single misclick will send you to hell. -4. You're feeling pretty good about that one. Now you're just like... Pray. Pick a god and pray, etc., etc. We do need to fail some, preferably stamina events, if you don't mind. I'm trying to remember which one was stamina here. But we can just roll low and do it big. Hey, I'll take any reason gain. Because we're gonna have to send it to hell. Stamina, please, I beg of you. I beg of you. It's just stamina all day. 2 funds is absolutely fine. Now, we might die. But this is the only way it was gonna happen. That's the only way it was gonna happen. Now, we also have to hope that Rumu Ghost is real. Because if Rumu Ghost is not real, it's Sojo over. So first of all, hit him with the regain some reason. Probably twice. Because this kills. Like, I don't care what you are in the game, that will kill you. Unless it specifically doesn't, in which case, whoops. I mean, it has to be reason, right? Because we have to have it to be, it has to be stamina. It has to be stamina or money, and we can sell the things. But, like, if it's sanity, it's Jover. It's not Yubies! How do we skip? How do we skip? How do we skip once? We can't. That's the... Wait, we can go to the monument and the back out. If it was funds, we could have done it. I am so, like, I kind of hate this so much. We do a little looking. We rolled a fucking 8, man. That's terrifying. Oh, I'm an idiot! We could have discarded! I just remembered that we're playing on Knight Errant. No! Okay, that's... You know what's funny? I think that would have been a win if I just remembered that we were on Knight Errant, but I didn't remember we were on Knight Errant because I was focusing so hard on managing the Doom. But that's okay. I don't have time to give you another one. You're gonna have to excuse on the throwing. I do it a lot, you should know. If you've watched for any length of time. If you're new here, then very funny. But I gotta know. This is super important. I gotta know. I gotta know. Don't you dare send me out with branded, you dickhead. Okay, so it was painting. And then, if it was Rumu Ghost, we win the game. Oh no, it was Vengeful Athlete because Gossip Junkie. So we would have won the game, yeah. I mean, we could also just get, like, you know, if Jury's all perks were in the game, we could just get a little elusive and then continue on, you know. That's okay. Yeah, no, we would have won. That was a misplay. Whoops. Alright, well. 2-3-3-2? You love to see it. That's even better than a win. But anyway, stay safe out there. Have a good one. I don't know if you've heard me say this before, but the Mr. Bezos Extreme, the new Final Fantasy boss, using a funny name to avoid spoilers, it was bad. The EX is bad. I think it's better than Ruby, just because Ruby is, like, fucking awful, because, like, 80% of the fight is solved if you have one person who knows what they're doing. But Barb is the undisputed champ of Endwalker patch EXs. I actually think Endwalker Trial 1 and 2 EXs are fantastic, and then the EX for Trial 3 is like, it's okay. I actually like it a lot, but it's okay. Although I know people who fucking hate it, which, you know, people are allowed to have bad taste. But I just think, like, they did a good job on Barb, and then they just, like, consistently dropped the ball on the other fights. Like Ruby normal is cool. I like Ruby normal, but Bez normal is bad. And then the EX is even worse because it's hard. And by hard, I mean if you make one mistake, you die, and if you die at a bad spot, you'll just wipe your whole group. But you can recover. It's weird. It's actually like easier to recover because like the only mechanic that's like a strict body check is the meteors, the twin meteors. If you have one healer who lives, or like one raise who lives through Gales 2 or Stardust or the fucking rolls or light parties or whatever, it doesn't matter. If you have just like one person, like one raise live through that, then you can win. We never saw Enrage, and one of our clears like 7 people died, so stay safe out there, have a good one, bye.